Hi Aries, welcome to your reading. This is the reading for Aries Sun, Moon and Rising for April 2021. And Aries, as always, I already got your cards here in the pre-shuffle, so we can already start. And we open up with the card that represents you, that represents your energy now in the month of April, how you are tackling this month, how you're stepping into it. And we have the World. Okay, that's really good. This is something that I have been feeling in general, that even though we are entering the fourth month of the year, I feel like only now things are being wrapped up. Only now we are actually closing the cycle and we are getting ready to start a new one. The beginning of the year was dragging down. Like I had this feeling that there were so many loose ends that had to be tied up, that had to be put into place in the beginning of the year. And I feel like March actually felt like December for most of us. March really had that culmination point of, okay, now I finished everything, now I can wrap it up, now I can start this new year. And with the World card here, I see this. I see you finishing it up and starting anew, which makes a lot of sense, Aries, because this is your month, this is your birthday month, since the 21st, of course, of March. But most of you are gonna be having your birthdays in April. So yeah, the sun is entering your first house, right? And now we have the sun conjunct to Venus in your first house. We just had a full moon in the beginning of your season, and balancing the sign of Aries with the sign of Libra. So there is a lot of culmination, there is a lot of ending coming into your sign, right? There's a lot of preparing yourself for a new beginning. The full moon is all about it. And then we open your season already with the full moon. So we open your season with the closing of cycles in your first house in your seventh house, right? Balancing where do you need to be assertive, where do you need to put yourself first, and also how you can balance it out with your relationships with the people around you, and the need to have harmony with the people you connect with, right? So that balancing of the selfish I with the ego, and the need to have relationships, to have fulfilling connections with other people. So we start the month with that. We already started your season with that. And then we have here representing you the World card. And the World card is the culmination of the Fool's Journey. It is the last card of the deck, the last card of the Major Arcana, and it represents exactly that, the ending of that cycle, right? Wrapping it up, tying all the knots, and then preparing yourself to start something new. And I love this card because, well, actually the World is very beautiful in most of the decks, but especially in this card, there is just so much prosperity in it. You know, she's holding the world here, everything that she has built so far, everything that she has worked on, all the lessons she learned, so that she can integrate that. Actually, the image that I'm seeing here is she's holding this globe, and I see her pulling this globe and pushing into her heart. So integrating the whole Fool's Journey of this cycle, and making it part of her heart chakra. And with a very activated crown chakra here in golden. So it's a very strong opening. My stomach is rumbling as always. So let's take a look at the environment card. And I always only take one card for the environment, but with you, two came out and they wanted to come out, so I'm taking them both. I don't know exactly why, but we'll understand, okay? So we have, okay, so we start with the Six of Coins, the six of Pentacles here. So indeed, a lot of balance, coming into a much more balance of giving and receiving place, okay? And remember what I just said with the full moon in Aries and Libra. Aries is the starter of the zodiac, is the sign that wants what it wants, you know, like doesn't matter other people, what other people need, what other people are, who they are, how they act, what they need, that doesn't matter. It's about me. Aries is about the development of the self, of the own selfish wishes. And I don't say it in a bad way, okay? I know that selfishness is usually used in a bad meaning, but here I think that we all need to be selfish sometimes, right? We all need to put ourselves first. And but then there is that balance with the Libra side, which is looking at other people's perspective, putting ourselves in other people's shoes, seeing both sides of a situation. It's not only about me, it's about me in balance, in communion with the other. And that's exactly the meaning here of the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is all about giving and receiving, is about balance. One day you are the giver, one day you are the prosperous who can give to the other people who don't have it, but then in the other day you need to receive it as well. You also need to be open to receive it. So this is representing here your environment. And now I actually understand why we got two cards, because the second card here is the King of Pentacles. So it's coming into a much more balanced sense of self. I think, Aries, that you are really learning how to integrate those both sides. You know, because yes, it is important to be in our own power. It's important to be assertive and to go after what we want. But it's also important to do that in a way that we consider the impact that that might have in the other people around us. So it's balancing both needs, our own and the other, or at least having what we want without actually just passing over other people, you know. So this is bringing the environment to this much more balanced way. This King of Pentacles, for some of you here, could also be someone who is coming into your life, someone that is very grounded, someone who is already very accomplished. And because they are very accomplished, because they are very grounded, because they have built whatever they have built for themselves, you can feel safe that you can also go after what you want, what you need, because they have their own back. Okay, so that giving and receiving ending here. And if you watch my readings, you know that I don't usually take them to the romantic side. My readings are more philosophical. They are more about life and developing ourselves, and how can we grow from our experiences, right? And sometimes we do that through our interactions with other people, but I don't do the romance tarot kind of thing. But I do think that for some of you, this King of Pentacles, male or female, the gender here doesn't really matter, it's just an energy. It could be the entrance of someone who is very grounded and balanced into your life, okay? And this comes tied up with this Six of Pentacles, the giving and receiving. So if you have been in the position of the giving for way too long, I would say that you can expect someone will give it back to you coming into your life. And if you have been in the position of the receiver, of the needier, you know, always wanting to take from people, then also now you're coming to this more balanced position in which the King of Pentacles could even be you, and you are learning how to be more grounded and more giving instead of just expecting to receive, okay? So take it as it resonates. And now I also took the animal totem for you for this month. So what is the animal archetype that can be important for you, or that you can call into whenever you need some guidance? So this is an animal totem that you can feel connected with. Oh, beautiful. White raven spirit. So trust in the magic. So I do think, and then we have the number 66. And even though I'm not versed in numerology, I actually versed is an overstatement, because I know nothing about numerology actually. Whenever I see double numbers like this, they do call my attention, you know, intuitively. And this is a very spiritual animal totem for me here, and very connected with that higher self, with those guides, with the spirit world. So call in to your guides this month for whatever you need. Trust them. Trust the magic behind your guides. Trust the magic in the situation. Trust that you are protected. Trust that you are taken care of this month. So whatever you come across in this ending of cycle, because as I said, since you are in the world energy, you are closing the cycle, I don't expect this to be completely easy this month. We'll see when we open your cards. As you know, I'd never check them beforehand, but we'll see what ending is coming here, if it's easy or not. If it's not, and if you struggle to tie some of these knots, just trust in your guides, in the spiritual beings that are around you, because I think you are being highly protected and guided at this moment. So it's important as well, it's coming to me now, that it's important as well to also take moments of silence this month to truly connect with your higher soul. So not act from that ego, not from the gut, right? But connecting to a higher source, to follow your intuition, to what your soul is trying to communicate to you. Okay, so not just your gut, it's not going with that martial gut intuition that is very Aries, but to that higher minded, that Piscean connection with the divine. So connecting with your higher soul and getting those intuitions from there. Okay, to find the best path if you feel lost at any moment during this month. Let me have some water. And yeah, let's take a look at your cards. Okay, death in the reverse. Yeah, so interesting. Okay. Devil in the reverse. Queen of Swords in the reverse. Three of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, I do think that a lot of you are actually learning not how to receive, but actually how to be more given this month. I think you might struggle a bit to let go of the needs of having things your way. It's like, I do think that actually some of you might be very connected with the Aries archetype of this is me, this is what I want, this is what I need, I'm gonna take it, but learning how to be more given. Yes, for sure. Lots of reverses. Wow. Okay. A lot of messages about communication as well. Okay. Intense month for you, Aries. Yeah, indeed. This is the end, my friend, of the year for you. This is really the tying of everything, because we open it up with the death in the reverse and then the devil in the reverse. And I do get two messages, so take it as it resonates. I think that for some of you, you might be really letting go of the transformation already. So you have dealt with all of this. You have gone through all the transformation that you need. You learned the lessons. And now the death in the reverse here are telling me that the death time, the transformation time is over. Okay, you are letting go of those toxic habits, toxic people. You're letting go of all those toxic patterns and behaviors that either you had or that you had to deal with. You're letting go of that. But for some of you, I still think that also the death in the reverse here is showing a little bit of struggle in letting go of all of it. Okay, so I do get these two messages. Actually, it's the same message, but I just feel that some of you might be in one stage of the process and some of you might be a bit behind. So I think that for some of you, the death in the reverse here is showing that there is still something for you to let go of. You still need to let go of those patterns. You still need to let go of those toxic habits. And for some of you, I think you already did that. Okay, because the Queen of Swords here in the reverse, and also right on top of the Page of Swords in the reverse, I think that there is some blockage in communication or how you communicate. I think that this devil in the reverse here tied to this Queen of Swords in the reverse tell me about some harsh speech, so some difficulty in convey the messages that you want to convey in a way that is more grounded, that is more loving, also more understanding. The Queen of Swords in the reverse, when she's upright, she cuts through it, she delivers her messages, but she's not doing that in a way to hurt the other people, to hurt the other person. She's just very direct, very incisive, but she is fair. She's actually very Libran energy for me. She does hold the sword with the two sides, just like the Justice card. So this is the same sword. But when she's in the reverse, she might have very aggressive speech. She might say things in a way to hurt the other people. And this is tied to this devil in the reverse. In some cases, she might just not say it at all. She might just hold it in. In any case, there is this blockage, this communication blockage, that is either tied to very harsh ways of communicating, or just holding it in and not communicating at all. And in any case, this is something that is being worked on with the devil here in the reverse. So letting go of those old patterns, okay? But this is, as I said, for some of you, I think you have already done that, and you're coming out of that moment, tying the knots with the world here. But maybe some of you are still struggling to do that. And the reason why I say it is because there is a lack of cooperation here. We have the Three of Pentacles in the reverse tied right under this Death in the reverse. And I talked about that lack of communication or not communicating it properly, which is leading to a difficulty in relate. It's leading to a difficulty in work, in communing with other people, right? The Three of Pentacles here in the reverse, because the Three of Pentacles is all about working together. It's all about working alongside like-minded people. It's teamwork. But in the reverse here, there's a lack of, there's a difficulty in doing that. There is a resistance. Okay? There is a resistance. And I think that I love to see this 10 of Wands right under the Devil in the reverse, 10 of Wands in the reverse, under the Devil in the reverse, because this is very similar to the Devil energy in the reverse here. When it's upright, he's carrying all these burdens, but when it's in the reverse, he's letting go of them and letting go of those habits, of those patterns, of people, of everything that is holding you back. Whatever this Devil card represents to you, whatever is holding you back, it's letting go of it. So it comes from, there is an initial difficulty in working alongside people, but you are trying to let go of it. Okay? And this could also be that you're letting go of people who can't work with you. Okay? So maybe if you have been trying to work alongside people, whoever these people are, if maybe you are having complications at work, if you are not being able to communicate with people and get your way around and work together with them, it could be that you are trying to let go of that, burden, but still then we end up in the Page of Swords in the reverse, and it's right under the Queen of Swords in the reverse. So for me, this just confirms what I said before, that there is this issue around communication, okay? Because the Page of Swords, he is very communicative. He speaks his mind. And he's clever, he's witty. It's the page energy, is that fresh, jovial energy of a page, but in the air suit, which is the suit of communication, of the mind, of the ideas. So when it's in the reverse, and right under the Queen of Swords in the reverse, there is indeed a difficulty in communicating here. Either speaking your mind and conveying the message that you want to convey, or just learning how to properly talk to people. Learning how to adequate your speech so that it isn't aggressive, so that it isn't attacky. So there's definitely this theme for you here. There's a struggle around tying all the knots, really finishing this transformation period that you have been going through, okay? Letting go of the burdens, letting go of the people that don't serve you, letting go of the patterns that don't serve you, letting go of the toxic habits, and which are tied to this difficulty in communication. And especially if some of you have Mercury in Aries, and if you are an Aries sun, then with big chances you will have a Mercury in Aries as well, because Mercury is never too far from the sun sign. And Mercury in Aries is really open your mouth and blah, like everything comes out like blah. Because it's this very Martian way of using your Mercury. And it's very fast, it's very intuitive, doesn't think much, so it can definitely have this quality of sometimes sounding overly aggressive to people. And not because you want to hurt them, but just because you open your mouth and like it comes out. So there is here this need of adequating your speech. There is this need of learning how to better communicate, of learning how to better express yourself. You can combine, you can express yourself and not be attacky and not be aggressive. You know, it's possible to do both. You can be assertive, right? Queen of Swords upright. You can be assertive with the way you speak without cutting through people in the process, okay? Also because let's remember, she's not passionate. She's not a Queen of Cups, okay? She is a Queen of Swords. She's objective. So she's not passionate in the way she communicates. Her words doesn't come from her feelings. It comes from her mind. It comes objectively. Okay, so this is a characteristic here that is very important to connect with this month. And I think that there is some fear involved in that. So I don't know if you have gone through many situations in which things got weird because of the communication, you know, because the Nine of Wands here shows me a bit of fear, a bit of insecurity in how you relate with people and how you connect with them, right? It's right under that Three of Pentacles in the reverse, showing that difficulty in connect and showing that difficulty in work alongside people. And then we have this very fearful PTSD, sorry, PTSD card right underneath it. So yeah, like see how he's even looking at it. I know I just put it like there, but yeah, I see him being so fearful of connecting with people, of communicating with them, and being afraid of saying the wrong thing, you know. But it is a fear that you are definitely trying to let go of. This is a pattern that you're definitely trying to let go of. And since you're showing up as the World, I do see you completely tying that up here in the month of April. And coming to that much more balanced, stable times, right? With the Six of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. And this could even be done with the help of this King of Pentacles, who is probably coming into your life if this isn't you. So you're either stepping into this more grounded aspect of you, or you are just connecting with someone who might help you in this process. And yeah, it can be careful not to fall into self-pity moments with this Five of Cups here, because actually this is the image that is coming to me. I do feel a little bit of poor me. You know, I never say the I never say the right thing, I never do the right thing, and then I feel like a bit of this self-pity, which is very weird for Aries for me, because Aries don't dwell in that much, but there might be a tendency or a temptation to fall into that behavior this month. Okay? So important, connect yourself, like whatever this energy represents to you. I think it's very important to connect with it, to be grounded and not fall into self-pity patterns here, okay? You can definitely let go of whatever patterns you have been going on, as long as you look at it objectively. That's something, this Queen of Swords keep calling my attention, which makes so much sense, as I said, because it connects with that Libra archetype, and we had the full moon in Libra. So this is a moment for you to be more air-like, more objective, you know, not falling into self-pity moments of, oh, poor me, I never do the right thing, I never say the right thing. Like, no, Queen of Swords, be assertive, be objective with yourself. Not just with other people, but with yourself. Okay? This is the moment to integrate that air energy with the full moon in Libra. Integrate that more objective side of you. That rational minded. Okay? Not the passional. Okay, so let's get some oracle cards just to finish off your reading. Yes. I want to start with a Moonology card for you. Wow, what have I been saying? Full moon in Capricorn, the end of a tough cycle approaches. Okay, I don't even need to repeat, right? I've been talking about the end of this cycle for the whole time. So this is just a confirmation that we are in the right track here. Okay, we got 2. So again, yeah, I always feel that. I say it all for you in the cards, and then in the oracle cards, my guides just confirm that, yeah, what you have been saying, that is it, you know? So we have the never-ending story. And you can see that she's very engaged in that self-pity thing. So again, I am brought back to what I just told you, the thing with, oh, I never say the right thing, I never do the right thing, poor me, why did I do this again, you know? This is never gonna end, this never changed, the cycle just keeps repeating. So be very careful not to be in that mood this month, you know, not to be so attached to I know it's gonna sound very harsh, and I'm sorry for saying this, but this is exactly the message that came to my mind. Sometimes our emotional body, our astral body, just wants attention. And then be careful not to get too involved in the dramas of your emotional body. You know, if your emotional aura wants attention and is making a drama, just observe it. Remember that Queen of Swords, observe it objectively. Like, oh, okay, my emotional body seems to want attention. Well, tough luck. You know, listen to it, but don't engage in an internal drama. Okay. And then we have the No Place Like Home, and I love this card. And for me, this is very connected with what I said with the White Raven spirit, because I always get the same imagery when I look at this card, which is, this is the higher self, right? So this is that soul, the incarnated soul that is up above our aura, above our bodies, and it's shining its light onto us, you know. So connect not with the gut, you know, not with the gut, not with the emotional body, not with the internal drama, okay, but connect with the source. Connect with the light that is coming from the higher soul. Connect with what your higher soul is trying to tell you. Connect with your Buddhic intuition. Not the gut intuition, with the higher intuition, okay? No place like home. So connect with that. Connect with that source. Remember that, okay? That is something that will really help you and will also take you out of the self-pity moments if they come, okay? So connect with your guides, connect with the higher beings, connect with the higher intuition, connect with your soul, with the soul, with the higher soul. Don't be too much in the feeling, in the feeling in the now, you know, in the gut feeling, in the emotional body. I would not trust the emotional body this month. I would trust the soul, because the emotional body will be wanting attention because of this ending of cycles here. Let's get one last message for you, and I don't feel like these cards. The bear. Perfect. Whenever I look at the bear, I always think of hibernation. You know, when the bear is going through the winter, it doesn't go out and hunt. It hibernates. It saves its energy. It rests. It recovers. Right? It's in that regenerating process for the start of the spring, and the spring is your season, right? Aries, the first day of Aries is the day of the spring equinox. So sorry, Aries, my camera stopped out of nowhere, so I'm not completely sure where I stopped, so I'm gonna repeat the message. That the bear here, I always remember it I always look at it as this force in us that tells us to rest, right? So to go through the winter, we need to save our energy. We need to just stand still and take a nap and rest, right? But if you feel needed, if you feel called to do that, sorry, I got a bit distracted when the camera stopped. Let me regain my words here. But if you feel the need to just lay down and rest, to not do too much, allow yourself to do that, okay? But also, if you feel that no, actually you have been here hibernating for months and now you're coming out in the spring, since that's the archetype of your zodiac, the first day of Aries is the first day of the spring equinox, then come out, then come out of that hibernation. But I think it's very important right now to really listen to your physical body, what your body needs. So if your body wants to celebrate spring and enjoy and just embrace this new cycle that is about to begin for you, do that. But if you feel that you are still going through the ending of it, right, which I think is for the most of you, because that's really the main message here of this reading today, then also allow yourself to rest and to save, to conserve your energy a bit. Don't force yourself in that, Aries. Okay, Aries, so that's all I have for you, and I hope you enjoyed your reading. Don't forget to check your other placements here in the channel as well. And I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.